We are on site in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, the sales trailer for a new community, Arbor Terrace Basking Ridge, that will open later this year. And thankfully, we are near some other Arbor Terrace communities, and we're able to sit down and talk to some other leaders in those communities. And right now, I am here with Roberto Reynoso from Arbor Terrace Mountainside, and you are their dining director.
That is correct.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for hopping over here with us.
My pleasure. Fantastic.
All right. So for everybody at home, we just want to get to know you more and learn about your experience and, dining. That's the most important thing, food.
Every day it sure
I plan my whole life around what I'm going to eat next.
That's for sure.
So Roberto, tell me a little bit just about your background and how you got to where you are right now.
Well, I've been in this industry for over 25 years. I've been with Arbor for 5 years now. And I started working in the industry. Then I decided that, it's something that I wanted to do, to care for the residents, being there for the residents every day. It's like having an extension of grandparents on a regular basis. So I saw that this was a business at the moment that was striving and also would be a great career for myself. So I actually moved up from the ranks. So I've done a little bit of everything in dining. Enjoyed most of all the aspect of it, but also saw where I can make a difference as a leader in the department, and that's where I also took the initiative to go ahead and implement the things that I like and things that I saw with the residents and the changes of the residents that I saw coming in as time have passed. Also making sure that I connect with the residents and seeing why is it that there's a particular dish that you would like it a certain way, so that way we can accommodate those palates. Obviously, you're making a dish for X amount of residents, and everyone has a different opinion about it. But trying to sit down and speak into the residents and getting their feedback on why, and then making sure that you're meeting their expectations, so that way you can go ahead and do those different takes that you need to make sure that they are enjoying their meals.
So important. And when you came to Arbor Terrace Mountainside, did you start in a different position and move up that way, or did you come in as the dining director?
I came in as a dining director, yes.
Fantastic.
I had already about a little bit over 15 years experience when I came into Arbor.
You've been doing this for a good long time.
Yes, I have. I sure have.
We got the expert over here. Well, you've already talked about it a little bit, but take me through more on what your typical day looks like, what you're overseeing when it comes to dining.
Well, first of all, I come in directly into the dining room. I speak to my residents, see how breakfast is. Usually breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I also am seeing that as time goes by, seniors are having breakfast later and later throughout the day, in the morning. So you might have a resident that is there at 10, 11 o'clock when your lunch is starting 11:30, 12 o'clock. But it's fine, because it's great, because in my dining department, I have all day dining where they can come in and dine anytime they like. So if it's the specialty of what you like. So on a daily basis, I make sure that I meet with my residents all 3 meals, or at least 2 meals out of the day. And then I go in the back of the house and make sure that I interact with my staff, making sure that everything that we need for the day is there, or everything that we need for the following day is there. If they need any support, making sure that everything is up to code. If there's anything that I need to go ahead and leave and go to the store and pick it up. We might have not received a certain item, so we go ahead and pick that up. Also making sure that I also visit the other communities, where Bridges and Evergreen, and make sure that they are having a great experience as well. Then I support in back of the line and do some prep or some cooking with the cooks to make sure that I'm getting the idea of what's being served for the day. Make sure I taste all my meals, that I look at how the presentation on the plates are, taste our soups, and make sure that it's something that our residents are going to enjoy.
And I had breakfast at Arbor Terrace Mountainside
Oh,
a
you did?
few weeks ago,
Oh.
and it was absolutely delicious.
Thank you,
I can attest to it personally.
Good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So tell me, what is your favorite part of your job?
I would say it's the satisfaction of seeing the resident and enjoying the meal, enjoying where they are. I mean, you think of either your parents or yourself in the future, where this is probably your last step in life, and you want to make sure that you're enjoying where you live. That you have a nice apartment, you create new friends, and then you can come and enjoy a nice meal. Make sure that we have beverages and nice snacks in the bistro. If someone comes in the middle of the day and says, listen, could we have yogurt in our bistro from now on, or every once in a while, say, I'll do my best and I'll make sure that within a few days we have that. Same thing with the menus. If there is a recipe that a resident used to make it a certain way, I'll go ahead and jot the recipes down, and I'll go in the back of the house and make sure that we provide that within a day or two, because it's all about them. It's not following the 5-week cycle menu on a regular basis. It's also about, I'm in the mood for that special meatballs and spaghetti, because we still have another 3 weeks before it's on the menu. So why wait for that? Go ahead and make the changes. But you know what? This time, don't make it regular beef. Make it turkey and sausage or something like that, and make those creations. And when you put it on, make sure that it's on the menu. And then you go out and say, "How was the meatballs and spaghetti today?" And then they'll see that you're there for them and that you are listening to them. It's not just about, following a cycle and just putting anything on a menu.
Right.
So in my kitchen, there's not an answer for no if we have it in house.
I love that. Mm-hmm. And talk our audience through a little bit just what the dining experience is like for residents. So, a lot of people might think it's cafeteria of sorts and you're forced to eat a certain thing, and that's not the case.
Okay.
So
it's definitely not the case. So we have a daily menu that I present, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I can't emphasize this enough. I tell the residents how I present the menu is not the way you need to have it. So if I have roasted chicken with baked potato and veggies, you don't have to have all of that. You can have the baked potato and the other entree, which is the salmon, and have both entrees, which is the vegetables. Don't have the baked potato, especially if you're looking to cut down on your waste. So you can have both entrees. And if you don't care for what the what the daily menu is, you can go to the always available. Where the always available, we have anywhere between 15 to 20 choices as well. We also have two soups every day, a chicken noodle soup every day, and then a soup of the day for all 7 days of the week. On Sundays, we get a little creative, and then we have like a chef soup of the day, so that way the cooks can get a little bit creative and say, listen, we're going to have a different taste for this for Sunday, and they can go ahead and create something of their own, and that way they can have an input. But it's not, it's they sit down just kind of like you were at a restaurant. They take their orders. We have our soup or salad. You can have both. You can have just a salad. You have your entree, and a lot of residents actually come down and won't have an entree. They'll have a soup, salad, and a dessert, and then they'll come back for dinner, and then they'll have an entree, or vice versa. Depends on what, because sometimes there's just food all day. There's 3 meals, and if they wake up a little bit later, have breakfast at 11, there's no room for an entree at 1 o'clock. So that's the beauty of it, and it's not. It is definitely more like a restaurant where you can come down, enjoy a meal. And the other nice thing that I have in my dining is that it's not a set seating, so you can sit anywhere you like. So I can sit with Joe for breakfast, I can sit with John for lunch, and I can sit with Tom for dinner. So that's a nice thing to have. It's not a set seating where you're going to sit in the same place every day. So.
Right. Because we have lots of friends with all this going on.
Of course. Of course. I also, every once in a while, I also sit and have a meal with them. And then just so that way I can get the experience of, how the servers are serving, how the cooks are plating their meals, and, and have a nice conversation with the residents.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've worked at the community for over 5 years now, and the community is managed by the Arbor Company.
Correct.
What do you love about working for the Arbor Company?
I like the support. I like the support that I have. I like how Arbor really focuses on staff. Um, they always take time to train you. They also have enough Zoom meetings where you can jump on and learn a little bit more in regards to things you might be lacking or things that you might be interesting. They also guide you in a direction where they have a vision, and this is the vision that we want to move on. Sometimes you're in a particular situation that you're not sure what to do. You could just pick up a phone or text support, and then right away they'll be there for you. It's also a company that you work in where, for example, the president calls me on my birthday.
It's my favorite part.
I just turned 5, and he sent me an email. It was Sunday, and I had to share that video with my family. That was a nice moment. I thought, I really appreciated that. And once a company gets above a certain amount of accounts, I guess they lose that touch. Where I know that Arbor, I experienced that Arbor, has that touch with their employees.
Absolutely, that small company feel.
Yes, exactly, definitely. You're not just a number.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you have given us so much information. Mm-hmm. I'm now starving, so thank you. But obviously, you have fantastic experience working at an Arbor Terrace community, leading an Arbor Terrace community's dining program, and this community will be very similar. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, you've given us a lot to go off of, but is there anything else you'd like to add for what future residents can be excited about or come to expect when it comes to dining?
Yes, we are definitely moving in a direction where everything, in my kitchen, we're already there, but we're definitely making sure that we're in a direction that everything is fresh, that we're using more fresh vegetables, that we're staying away from anything that's frozen. Not that we are using that now, but we're making sure that we're using everything fresh and within season, and that we have menus that are within that season to accommodate the residents' palate. We're also looking into more of an education for our cooks in the back of the house, so that way our cooks are more prepared for our residents and the palates that they're looking for. All right.
Fantastic. Oh, wow. Well, this was so great, Roberto. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your very busy schedule to sit down with us. We cannot thank you enough.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.